Hi, you guys. Hopefully, you can hear me. Let me check. Okay. So, yeah, I wanted to come back because I know I made a couple videos about TikTok. I'm kind of getting into TikTok right now. And, they have this section, this hashtag is called TikTok debates. And in the hashtags where the black TikTok is, they create these scenarios and kind of put the question out there, right? And so a lot of people will kind of speak on it on their own pages there on TikTok and I guess in other, platforms like here on YouTube and Instagram and other places, right? And so the whole thing with the McDonald's, the young lady who would not, who was felt like the father should he should buy all her kids McDonald's, and she told me she was putting him on blast. And because I made a video about that, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to come back about it. Because she actually came out, and let me show you guys a little clip of what she put out there. And see, what happens is when we take the clip, a lot of people are covering up her name. Sometimes it's for protection because sometimes people don't want you to put their information out there, right? And so you kind of don't want to put people's information out there without their permission anyway. And so people will try to avoid putting someone's information out there for that reason. But anyway, a lot of people wasn't tagging her, or and the video ended up going viral. And so I think if people would have went to her page, then they probably would have known that this situation wasn't what we thought it was. But let me let you guys listen. It's gonna start with the way the video started from the viral video.
But what about my other kids? How come you can't see my other kids at McDonald's though? Like that bogus as hell. Like you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? So what up? It's Lisa, the angry baby mama everybody's been going around talking about, mad about all her fucking kids not getting on McDonald's. Y'all got me fucked up. I just want to say y'all got me fucked up. Don't talk about how I look right now, but yeah, so basically, if this video make its rounds, I'll let y'all know what's up.
So yeah, she is saying that it was a skit. I mean, that's some good acting. She missing her calling. She definitely missing her calling with that acting. Um, because it came off very real. And some people still believe that it's real. But the truth of the matter is she only has one child. She only has one son. And if you go to her page, Eliza McDonald, I don't know, I'll try to put it in the description. I didn't put it in there, but I'll try to go back and put it in there. So people can go to her page, and once you go to her page, you see that she was putting out all these skits, and so I was like, oh, okay, so that was a skit, but it came off very real because, like I said, she sounded very, very, very serious in the video. She and whoever was playing the child's father, but it was in fact a skit. And she only has one child, and I think what happens is people will start trying to go and report people, right, to children's services or whomever, because like she was saying, she was putting this guy out there, but it comes off like you can't feed your children because technically she really should have been paying for those other children, or at least offering to, since the man told her he was going to bring lunch for the other little boy. But everybody was talking about it, debating about it, and things can get out of hand real quick on this internet. And I think we all understand that. And so that's why she kind of wanted to come back and clear that up. But yeah, when you figure out what her personal TikTok page is, you go over there and you'll see that she has all these skits up, and she has several other skits up about baby mamas. So where she's putting these scenarios out there, and so that's kind of what she was doing. But if you were not familiar with her, people didn't know that. And then so some people think all of these, you know, debates that people are putting up are not real, including the one where the mother was in the bed with the was in the bed with the baby daddy of her daughter's baby daddy. But I'm seeing that the mother, she came out talking and crying and carrying on. I don't know if it's real or if it's a skit. These people have some good acting skills, okay? If they are acting, I don't know if she's going to put another video of the mother or not, saying that she's just playing around. I don't know. But the thing is, if people are seeing these videos and we're not familiar with these people, we don't know that these are skits. So I'm going to play the mother as well, and you guys can let me know if you believe her or not. Let's see.
Okay, guys, I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm really getting tired of people labeling me, telling me I'm an unfit mom, that I shouldn't have been in the bed with my daughter's baby daddy, that I slept with him. I'm really getting tired of, people in my inbox, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, under my video saying nasty, mean things when you guys really don't know the full story. So, like I said, I didn't want to have to do this, but I think it's about time you guys hear my side of the story. Was it me in the video? Yes, apparently. My hair is the same. My nails is the same color. Okay, so let's just make that clear. Did I sleep with my daughter's baby daddy? No. What you guys need to understand is that night, my daughter did go to work. I was tending to my granddaughter, and what you guys do not understand is my granddaughter will not go to sleep unless she's in her mother's bed. So I laid down with my granddaughter. Once she went to sleep, I picked her up and I put her in her room and put her in the bed. And sometime during that time, when I was, putting her in the bed, I'm assuming that's when the baby daddy came in the room and got in the bed. When I went back in the room, I laid down because I was tired. It's a pretty big bed. I didn't realize anybody was laying in the bed next to me. It's pretty dark and everything. And I felt an arm around me. And so I got up in shock. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And he was like, well, I thought you was my girl. And I'm like, no. What are you doing in here? And he's like, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you. Miss Sharon, I've been meaning to talk to you. And I'm like, well, can it wait? Like, is it really that important? And he's like, yeah, like I really need to talk. So I'm like, fine, if you really need to talk, I need you to get up and put on some clothes and then we can talk about it. As I was in the process of telling him this, that's when my daughter came in the room. I'm assuming she must have heard us talking or whatever. She walks in, she sees us in the bed. Of course, she's thinking the worst, like, you guys are sleeping together. Like, Mom, how dare you do me like this? How could you? And of course she's in a fit of rage. I mean, she had every right. Were we wrong for being in the bed together? Yes. But you guys need to understand that I let him know that he needed to get up and he needed to put on some clothes if he wanted to talk to me, because I felt it was inappropriate. So timing is everything, and unfortunately my daughter walked in on us and spazzed the fuck out, which she had every right to. So me and my daughter are not talking. We haven't talked since this whole incident. I haven't been there. I just want to be able to, like I said, have my daughter understand what really happened. She hasn't even given me a chance to even explain anything. She just shut down and she wants nothing to do with me or him. So, I don't know what else to do, guys. Maybe, if someone's listening, contact Maury, Jerry Springer, or somebody, because I would really love to, for my daughter to understand what really happened and to know that her mom would never do anything like that. I love my daughter, and, I miss her, and I want to be able to have a relationship with her and be able to be in my granddaughter's life. So that's it, guys. There's nothing more I can say. So before you guys jump to conclusions, be willing to hear the other side of the story, because there's always three sides: the truth, his side, her side, and that's it. So there you have it, guys.
So yeah, um, when she started talking about Maury or Jerry Springer, which I don't think Maury comes on anymore. I mean, I don't think he's still filming. And I don't know about Jerry Springer as well. I kind of felt like, okay, this is not real, right? At that point, I feel like it's not real, because you should want real counseling in opposed to going on TV on some show. And so maybe it's not real, right? I don't know. Like I said, I'm waiting for her to post that it's all a skit as well. Now, some people were saying all of it, all of the conversations that are coming up, they're all just skits. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And then to why would the mother put her face out there? Because their faces, unless someone just knew who the daughter, people, personal friends of the daughter, obviously they may know who her mother is, right? But I just didn't understand her putting her face out there if she didn't really have to, because her face was never shown. So that protection was there. So I don't know. Maybe it is a skit, and maybe sometime this week she'll come back and say that it's not real. I don't know what to believe with all of that, but the McDonald's mother, she did come out and she did state that it was a skit, and that it wasn't real. She only has one child, so there's no baby daddies for her to worry about getting McDonald's money from. Um, yeah, and I also think that she knew that people would start making more of that than what they should by going to, these departments and saying that she couldn't feed her kids and asking for welfare checks and all kind of stuff, and also donating money to her, right? And so you don't want to get into a situation where people are giving you money and you really don't need it, because then that could come back on you in a different way, right? And so I think that she had to come out and say something, because that story really grew legs and it got bigger than she was probably wanting it to get, or thinking that it would get. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. Now, another story that is on TikTok that I wanted to talk about, and I was going to make a video about it, but I'm going to go ahead on and talk about it in this video since I'm on the topic of TikTok, and then I'll get to Drew since Real Housewives is coming on tonight. So there's a show called Wrap Up Crew, and they have like a panel discussion, and it's nothing like these guys here on YouTube. It's a real discussion between black men and women. I don't think it's necessarily just black women, it's women in general that they have on there, but it is three black male hosts. And so there was a young lady on there, and the topic was about side chicks, and how they don't feel a way about um, their relationships with married men. And so she was kind of explaining why she did not feel any way. And I'm trying to see if I can find this video because I don't have the video on here. I have her coming back because she is upset now. Listen to this now. She's upset because people are calling her out about the way she was handling that conversation, um, about her getting into relationships with husbands. And oftentimes you do hear a lot of these girls and women say, well, it happened to me. For whatever reason, they feel like, because, well, my husband or my boyfriend cheated on me with some other woman. So why can't these other women feel the same way I'm feeling? And that's normally the way they will address that, as if some woman that they don't even know is responsible for your relationship going bad or whatever, however you want to word that. And, it just, her whole, it was just, I agree with most of the people that are saying it. Everything she was saying it was just toxic, the way she was behaving. And nobody's perfect and nobody's judging her in that way, but we all have to recognize when we're wrong. And is that part. Like, when you're wrong, you're wrong. Okay. It's not about judging you. Like, we're all capable of being wrong. Okay. All of us. And nobody's judging you as in a way of saying that somehow I'm doing something perfect. Or, I feel like when you go on these panels, number one, that people can see you. That people are going to get in the comments because they have comment sections on all of these platforms and give their opinion. That people could take the video. It gives you the option to download the video. And that they're going to create another video and give their opinion about what you're saying. So you should not go on these platforms if you're that sensitive. How about that? But I'm trying to find what she was saying because I don't want to put words in her mouth. Um, I want her to, for you guys to hear her yourself and come to your own conclusion about it. Um, what did I do with it? Let me see. What did I do with the video? Because it looks as if the guys, and like I said, the guys that are on TikTok, they're nothing like these weirdos that are here on YouTube. And I think they took it down. They took it down because probably, of the backlash that she was getting, and I feel out of a protection for her, they just didn't want to, have any part in that because, it's a lot of things. I really wish I could have shown. Well, I am going to show you guys the lady because I think that has a lot to do with it too. Whenever it's a black woman, the hate that people have for certain topics is usually very, very great, right? Like, it's kind of like the Monique thing. Even though Monique was right to stand her ground, and people can recognize that the hate was the hate for Megan Thee Stallion, right? It's like it's people go overboard. It's like it goes beyond comprehension how stupid they get over whatever the situation is when a black woman is involved in it. Now, when it's somebody that's unrecognizable or somebody of some other nationality, then people get a little more sensible in the way they respond to the conversation. And it is what it is. This country was founded on hate. And I'm not going to sit out here on the eve of 4th of July and pretend like I don't get that. Okay? Because I do. And I don't care who don't like what I say. That it is a difference in how people treat some of these conversations. And that's another thing. It's just like the girl who got into it with, and she's here on YouTube, with Tommy Sotomayor. People tried to make her wrong in her defense, her defending herself. When none of those men that were sitting on that panel should have been talking to her like that anyway and calling themselves a man. Right? Y'all want to be leaders but y'all don't know how to lead. And it's that part, okay? Period. Y'all want submission, but you don't deserve it anyway. So you shouldn't even be trying to hold the conversation. Like that shit, excuse my French, on a Sunday is just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous conversation, right? Because you can't hold up what it is to be a man, but you want these women to run up behind you like you are one. I'm sorry. And then to see black men do stuff like that, how they would sit there and attack a black woman, and then some non-black woman could come say the exact same things, because these non-black women go on these platforms and they say they don't want you unless you got money, okay? And y'all don't have no problem with that. Y'all, they won't even say that. When homegirl stabbed up that man, you didn't see not one black man say one thing, okay? And it could be them any day of the week. But they didn't have nothing to say. And then you got all these black women flying in with their capes on trying to defend him. No, I'm not going to defend him. I don't have nothing to say about that whatsoever. And then all the rest of these black men that's going through whatever they're going through, that's your business. I'm gonna treat you the way you treat me, because you don't deserve any more than that. And the minute black women realize that, like a lot of black women are trying to say out here, the minute we all realize that, the better off we're gonna be. I don't have to concern myself about nobody that's not concerned about me, point blank and period. And I don't care who don't like what I say. But I wanted to play what she was saying in the beginning because she was kind of loud, and she was like, it's not my business if if he's married. That's his problem. He needs to deal with that. And you guys should be jumping on him for being married and carrying on a relationship with another woman. So she was pretty much saying she did not see anything wrong with what she was doing. And then she also went into this whole thing about it happened to her. Oh, here it is.
Is he toxic to me? No. He does what the I want him to do. He's not toxic to me. Is he toxic to his wife and his kid? Absolutely, because he's not.
Why are you dealing with it like that, son?
What can we do?
Shade. Shade. It's
how's that not your business?
That's not my business.
Bro, that sounds like no, you're not taking accountability.
That's not my business.
So
if he wants to cheat on his wife.
So she was pretty much saying if the man is cheating on his wife, that's on him and has nothing to do with her. I don't have the full conversation. What's the name of Daily Wrap Up Crew? And they're on TikTok. And they, you guys understand the TikTok clips are short. So they put up, so I think they took it down because I actually went back to TikTok to try to download it and it's no longer there. So I don't know if she asked them to take it down or if they took it down or just trying to protect her out of the conversation. Because of course, like I'm gonna play the video of her by herself on her own channel. But yeah, she got attacked. She absolutely got attacked. And like I said, a lot of it is because she's black. Because if some of these other women come out here, and some girl was just on one of these blogs bragging about having a baby with Carmelo, what's his name? Carmelo Anthony, while he was married to Lala, which he was already doing a whole bunch of stuff to Lala. I get it. And I know everybody know what I'm talking about. He had like 2 or 3 kids while he was married to her outside of that marriage anyway, right? But people were not jumping on that girl. But this black lady, y'all all over her. And it's the same conversation. At least she not pregnant. She not out here talking about she dropping babies for nobody's husband. This girl's jumping on there, bragging about, oh yeah, and I was sitting next to him and I asked him, because I guess he sent 2 different girls flowers for Valentine's Day, mind you, while he's married to Lala. I don't know if they were separated or not, because I think they were saying this happened this year, and they may have been separated because remember he was caught on the yacht on the business on the business retreat, child. Anyway, and so they may have been separated. So if I don't know if that's what was what or whatever, but I know she was still married to him, and so he sent flowers to 2 different girls, and so the blogs reported some other girl who got flowers as well. And so she was on one of these platforms, and when she was calling this out, that she saw it on the blogs that the girl had the exact same flowers as her. And so she called him out about that. But mind you, you're getting mad at a married man for carrying on with another woman besides you. Like, he's married though, so you shouldn't expect nothing, no other behavior from him. To be really, really honest. And that's the part for me about this side chick stuff, is that you guys expect these men, in case I'm talking to some side pieces, in case I'm talking to some side pieces, honey, y'all be expecting these men to treat you better than they treating their wife. And that's is that part for me, because I don't get that. I'm sorry. I don't that part I don't understand. And I'm not perfect, and I'm certainly not saying that. But one thing about me, I'm not gonna be out here in no delusional, delusional nonsense. Okay, I treat these men the way they treat me, and that's always been my motto. I'm gonna go before you do. Trust and believe. So I mean, it just don't make any sense to me that you think that these guys are going to treat you any better than he's treating his wife. I need somebody to explain that to me, because it's always that part. That's the only part that be getting me. Like, why did you think that he was going to treat you better than the woman that he's married to? And he up in here with you, and he's married, and then you mad because he got another woman out here with the same flowers. Like, you're playing your position. Since you're happy to play your position, he's treating you like you in the position you in. Like, I don't get it that you don't get that. I just don't. I really need somebody to explain it to me. And I'm gonna play you guys what she had to say, because she tries to come back, the lady that was you just heard screaming in this clip, and try to say women don't stick together. But I'm gonna play it for you. But yeah, I felt like people were very nasty to her. Like I said, it was the same situation as this other girl that was just online bragging about the Carmela flowers and all that stuff. But for some reason, maybe because of her tone, the way she was, saying, jumping up and stuff about she don't care and all that. Maybe some of it is that, but I think some of it is some other stuff as well. But let me let you guys listen to what she had to say.
There'll be females that come up here and bash me and talk shit about me and say I need healing and I need therapy and all these things. And absolutely, yes, I do. But baby, what about you? You never been heartbroken before? No nigga ever played you before? No man ever made you think that one thing was one way and then he ended up turning around the other way? Has these things never happened to you? Am I the only female in the history of America that has ever been heartbroken? Am I the only female in the history of America that has spoken out of anger and out of hurt and out of resentment? Damn, I must be the only female. I gotta be the first female ever in time to be heartbroken. But I know what it is. My heartbreak is broadcasted to the world. Y'all heartbreak, you're crying in the corner on your bed by yourself. And that's okay too. But don't never forget when you was me. And of course not me per se, but don't never forget when somebody broke your heart and how you felt and how you dealt with it.
You look good.
Thank you. Don't ever forget how somebody made you feel when your heart got broke. And at the end of the day, you being another female, you should try to comfort me. You should try to love on me. Because if it was you, baby, that's what I'd be doing to you. But that's the thing with females nowadays. We too busy being in competition and we too busy trying to get one up on each other that we don't realize. As some people just need a fucking hug. But, hey, the fuck do I know, right? I'm just a bitch that been through some shit.
But yeah, it was the way she was holding the conversation. It was like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care if he married. Like, it was like the way in which she was saying that. Now, she sounds very different, and her tone is very different because those people were tearing her up in those comments. Um, and this whole thing about women should be loving on you, but you have to give women that same respect. Like, it's that part too. Like, you want other women to respect you and your position in a relationship. You have to have that same respect for other women. When you see these guys are married, and I understand men lie, and that they definitely do. But once you find out the guy is married, it's how you handle that situation from that point on. running on these blogs or running to these platforms bragging about it is probably not the best way to handle that. And then expect women to come in and comfort you because some man lied to you. And she really wasn't holding a conversation from the perspective of, okay, I met this guy and he was lying to me. She went on there saying that she knew she was in a relationship with a married man. That's kind of how the conversation came off. Now, you guys, like I said, I think they took it down. I didn't see it. I was trying to find the whole video because they were asking her a few questions. They were not just talking about the side chick, perspective. It was some other stuff that they were talking to her about because the guys were kind of pretty much saying it's something going on with her to make her okay with stuff like that. Because and they're right. Like you want now, and here she comes saying she want women to respect her or to come in and comfort her, but you didn't show any respect for whoever this man is that you're dating or was dating, his wife. Would that lady deserve less respect than you? And it's that part. And so yeah, and then the way she was screaming and hollering and jumping up and stuff. I don't have the video to show you guys um on here, but I would try to play the audio of it so you guys can see it. But she was kind of jumping up. That's why people were like, you know, calm down, calm down. And then she was like, oh, it's not my problem. That's his problem if he's married. Yeah, but you don't have to get involved with somebody. There's a lot of single men out here. I'm sorry. There's a lot of single men out here that you can go and find to do all of that with. You don't have to allow yourself to be used in that way because these guys are using you. If they're already married, marriage is not the objective of wanting you. They're not trying to marry you if they're already married. So I mean, what's beyond that you think that you guys are together doing if he's already in a committed relationship? So is that part. And then I think she was saying stuff about, the guy using the guy for this, using the guy for that, or whatever he was doing for her. It was a bunch of stuff that she was saying. I don't know, but then you see how she came back real humbled, right? She came back in that video real humbled. Because like I said, they was tearing her up in the comments. But that whatever however you guys feel towards her, even though her attitude was kind of bad about it, you should feel about all these women. You know, all these women out here jumping up, being disrespectful to somebody's wife, bragging about him sending you flowers and all this stuff. You should have the same attitude towards all these women when they do stuff like that, not just the black ones. Have an attitude about all of them when they're out here saying stuff like that, because you're definitely making any woman feel like you're okay with the behavior, right? But yeah, so yeah, I wanted to talk about that. Let me know what you guys think about what she was saying. Um, I don't know. I don't know how she thinks that women should feel because you pretty much come off like women cannot trust you, right? They can't trust you enough to where they can bring you around their husband or their boyfriend because you've already put it out here that you don't care. You don't care if the man is married or in a relationship or not. So why would any woman want to come in? I don't know. It's just, I don't get it. Like I said, I don't ever get when women do stuff like that and then expect better treatment. Like, who are you that you think that you're supposed to get treated better than any other woman in the first place? But the guys were saying they felt like it was insecurity. The host of the show, they kept saying they felt like that she was really projecting insecurities with through her behavior and the stuff that she was saying. Like, she didn't really mean it that way. They were saying that, but I don't know. I feel like you should treat people the way you want to be treated. And like I said, I understand men lie about their relationship, and even some of the ones that do tell you that they are married, they start lying about, oh, their marriage is in trouble, oh, I'm about to get a divorce. and then come to find out that's not true. I get it. But it's just a way you handle the situation, and you should never feel like these women are to blame because you don't know what was going on. And then when the guy go and cheat on you, then you now you acted like you didn't see that coming. Like, it's that part. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about some of the TikTok debates that are going on. The mother who was with the daughters, the daughter's baby daddy. I don't know if that's real or not. It could be a skit like the other one. The McDonald's one was a skit, and I think they're saying that the one about the girl who was saying she went to the dating mixer there's in Houston, and they're saying that that one wasn't real either. Well, we know that wasn't real because there were actually men there. She probably got there early before the guys got there, and so she just filmed that and put that up. But yeah, these men jumped on it like they like they had some, like they had something. But yeah, it wasn't the case when the radio station actually uploaded the video of what really happened. So I think we already knew that wasn't what people were trying to make it out to be. But I don't know. I guess they're still good for discussion purposes, like the fact that they're putting these scenarios together. Um, but let me know what you guys think. And let me know what you think about this last lady who's talking about she's dating people's husbands, and that's not her problem. It's the husband. People should keep their conversation on the husbands. Let me know what you guys think about that. The last story that I want to touch on before I get off of here is Drew Sidora was on Dish Nation, and she kind of threw shade at Sanya Richards Ross over Sanya kind of saying certain things. They are kind of being a little mean girls towards Drew Sidora this season. I don't know if they were like that last season as well, but they were jumping on her about drop it with Drew. And Sanya is saying that I don't, for whatever reason, she's claiming that she can't see herself as a friend to Drew Sidora. And then she said that they're friendly. So I don't know. She's kind of wishy-washy, Sanya. But I'm gonna let you guys listen to what Drew was saying to Dish Nation, and then I'll come back.
Now, it seems like the lady had a lot to say about you and your workout program. Drop it with Drew on last night's episode. So, okay, Drew. So why, honey, do you think the ladies were so negative, honey, about it, honey? And I mean, who worked out the best from the group, first of all?
First of all, I think they're just, at this point, we can see. They're always coming for me, right?
Yes.
Even when there's no reason to. And it's clear. You're seeing that now, right?
Yes.
I would definitely say I was the hardest one working because I do care about my health. And let me say this, because people keep being in the comments. I am not the poster child for fitness. Let me be clear. I am just a woman that had 3 kids. I want to be healthy. It is a real business. Droppingwithdrew.com is working.
Exactly. I was going to text you like that because I was so pissed off. First of all, my thing is, regardless if you're the face of it or not, damn it, at least you're still with it.
Drew, I did some of the workouts myself, and I gained weight, so I don't know what the explanation behind that is.
You're not following the meal plans. I'm going to have to get you on our meal prep. Okay?
Now, Drew, you and Sanya have had your share of ups and downs, but last night you were able to talk about her having a second baby from her husband, and she didn't seem to be happy with your response that she should. Now, are you surprised by her reaction?
Well, first of all, that wasn't the whole conversation.
Of course
not, right? Like, of course not.
The beauty of editing.
You said it, not me.
Yeah.
But it was a whole conversation, and she could not give me a reason as to why she didn't want to have another child. So is it your career? Because you always can have your career. I mean, you can have a surrogate, you can adopt. Like, what's the problem? Because if you don't have a child for your husband, you want somebody else to? Why is she even asking us for advice? Because she apologized, and then she said we weren't friends, we were friendly. I think she said on Candy Speak on it, so we were never friends. So why are you even asking me what I think at this point? It's all very weird. But you have to keep watching to see how things unfold. So that's what I'll say to that.
I saw that's another divorce. I said another show, another divorce, honey.
Because her and her husband need to get on. That's what she needs to focus on, her and her husband, and getting on the same page.
I agree with that.
Hey, don't forget to hit us up on social
So
media.
yeah, she was like, she needs to focus on her husband and not on her. I mean, I felt like it was kind of shady for her to say that, but at the same time, I guess it's not. I guess I won't say she's right, but yeah, it was kind of shady. I think that she definitely was trying to throw a little subtle shade with saying that, because I mean, at this point, she knows some of the stuff that Sanya is saying about her, right? From watching the show so far. Um, yeah, but to be honest with you guys, I was kind of weirded, but too, I'm not weirded, but I'm trying to figure out too what Sanya is saying about not wanting to have another baby. And I don't know why I thought they already had two kids, but I think Candy was saying on when she was reviewing the show with DJ A1, she was saying that Sanya told her that when she was pregnant with their son, that she was having that it was hard for her and her husband to transition into to parent, co-parenting. I don't know what that means. I don't know what she's trying to say with that. But that's what Candy said that Sanya said to her. She didn't say that on the show. She just said I forget what she said, but she said something about the beginning of the pregnancy. And so I don't know. I do agree with Drew a little bit though. I don't even know if they should be having that discussion on the show. What do you guys think? Do you think that that was a good storyline for Sanya and her husband? Um, I don't, especially if that's a real conversation. I don't really think they should put that on the show. That's just my opinion. I agree with Gary. Like some of this stuff can lead people down to the divorce, to the courthouse, because she could be using that on the show as a way of getting out of something that is a real, I don't know. Let me just not even say that, but I feel like that's something that they probably should have talked about before they even got married. Even though Candy was saying that they have been together since college, I think she said. So they've been together for a while. And so maybe it is a conversation they skipped over, right? Because they were together so long, maybe he just assumed that she would want to have kids, kids, right? Not a child. So I don't know. I don't know how real it is or not, but what do you guys think about what Drew had to say as far as, Sanya needs to concentrate on her own marriage and not worry about her and her husband? I guess whatever happened between Drew and her husband last season is kind of the stuff that they're kind of holding against him, right? And see, I don't know because I didn't watch it last season, so I don't really know what all he was doing. I heard something about him going on a trip or leaving the house for 2 months or something, or a month, however long it was, and she didn't know where he was or something to like that, right? It was something, just weird. And so I don't know. So I think people are kind of thinking like something's not right with Drew and her husband's marriage, but I don't know what's going on. But what do you guys think about the whole Sanya situation? Do you think she should have more kids because her husband wants to have kids, or is it her? Is it up to her because it is her womb and she is the one who would have to carry the child for 9 months? And when things don't work out, women are the ones who do end up with all of the responsibility of raising kids. It is that part. But I do agree with you. Like, if you don't see divorce in your future, then why would you want to have a family with your husband? Unless you think something is going to happen. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about that discussion as well. I have a couple of videos that I'm going to put up after this live goes out. So yeah, I'm going to touch on Nicki Minaj and the Essence Festival performance, and people saying that things were they feel like maybe her set or whatever was sabotage. I don't know. Sometimes things just, they just work out a certain way. I don't really know that people, because a lot of people are saying that a lot of people that were uploading videos of the her concert setting was nice, that her show was good. So I don't know. Maybe it started a little later than she wanted to start, but we'll talk about it in the next video. The only other thing that I wanted to touch on was Hassan Campbell and Steven Jackson, which I don't really know what's going on with that, but Jamal said that Hassan emailed him or texted him and asked him to go in on Steven Jackson for going to Chicago. And I already touched on that about him going out there to hang out. But he really did not just go out there to hang out. On his Instagram, you can see that he also was trying to do some type of community service there. Went to children's organization. He was with a children's organization trying to speak to some children. So he wasn't just there for that. But yeah, he is too old to be out there talking about he hanging out on O Block and all this nonsense. I do agree with Hassan about that, but sometimes people be leaving things out of their stories. So yeah, that's why I was trying to just be fair in what I was saying. He did try to go out there and do some good, but at the same time, what is your message with you trying to say you hanging out on O Block and you like 50, almost 50 or however old he is, years old? Like, what's the purpose of that? What are you trying to gain from that? So yeah, I don't know. But Jamal is saying Hassan is trying to get everybody to go in on on Steven Jackson. Now, Hassan, you need to Venmo me at Godly my $500, and I will go in on Steven Jackson again. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next in the next video.